I like jumping in and like reading the conversations real quick. When people are typing, they're like, they don't realize the screen's activated yet. And they're like, oh yeah. And then that one guy, whoever the hell that guy is. Why is this thing going on for so long? Where's Pops? I think I ask myself that all the time. Like, why is this taking so long? Where the hell is Pops? Everybody, please come on in. Good morning. Good morning. Please, everybody, take a seat. Come in. We're going to have a serious day today. A serious day today. A very serious day today. All right, please take a seat. Take a seat. Grab a cup of coffee. Get some cookies. Grab some cookies. All right, if you need cookies, we got cookies. Okay, grab some coffee. Twix cookie from Little Caesars. If you need a cookie, grab a cookie. Everybody, get a cup of coffee. Go to the back table, get some coffee. All right, Margaret made some coffee. I don't know why we're in Boston. All right, I'm not going to keep the Boston accent up because I'm really bad at it. It'll turn into New York. And it'll turn into like some weird Canadian thing. I'm really bad at accents. Grab some coffee, everybody. Grab some coffee. It's time for a meeting today. Oh, I haven't said that in a long time. Oh, we're going to have a meeting today, everybody. Maybe not with these. We don't prescribe to this kind of stuff with what we're talking about today. CCS, Censored Citizen Scientist. Are you here? Is CCS? Good morning, everybody. Grab some coffee, Gatorade. I got Gatorade free. Don't yell at me, Derek. Don't yell at me. Derek, I got to yell at you in a little bit here. Hold on. Don't forget to remind me, okay, everybody, I got to yell at Derek in a minute or two. Right now, I want to yell at Censored Citizen Scientist if he's here. All right. Ooh, don't get ahead of me, ecology. Don't get ahead of me. Don't get ahead of me. Grab some coffee, get some cookies, grab a seat. Don't get ahead of me, ego. Don't you dare get ahead of me. All right, we're going to have a serious... Don't you dare get ahead of me. All right, good morning, Herbie. Good morning to SSW. Morning to Mark. Good morning to Nerd Nature. Don't you dare get ahead of me, ego. I suck. All right, everybody. Is Censored here? Where is Niffer? You're here. Good morning. Good morning, Herbie. Good morning to Bill. All right. Good morning. Good morning to Good morning to Clean. No, I'm just saying good morning to everyone, making sure that we all have our coffee and our cookies. Margaret made the coffee. Everybody thank Margaret. The cookies, like I said, hold on. We got Oreos too. All right. We got Oreos. Steve brought the Oreos. Thank you, Steve. All right, Margaret made the coffee. Grab some coffee, everybody. All right, calm down, calm down, calm down, everybody. Grab a seat, grab a seat. All right. Eric in the back over there, quiet over there, all right? So it's time for the meeting. We're going to have a meeting here. Oh, you go. You got ahead of me over there. All right, everybody, please calm down. We're going to have a speaker in a few minutes here, everybody. All right, let's show the speaker what kind of a crew we are. We are a clean crew. We are a clean, sober crew. I was in AA for like 10 years. I was talking to CCS a couple of days ago. I don't know, I do drugs. Well, he's like, I wasn't being serious about you being sober. I was like, dude, we're gonna have a sober. We are absolutely we're gonna be sober one day. Right? Bill D, sober? What the hell is sober? 10 years. 5.5 years. I wasn't sober for 10 years. No, I was sober for like 5.5 years at one time. The first 5 years was like a year, year and a half, and a year and a half. And then messing around for like the last within, I guess. So like, yeah, for like 10 years, I would go to a meeting. And I went to like, oh boy, at least 3 meetings a week. And they were Sunday night, Wednesday, and Tuesday. And then it switched from Wednesday to Monday. So I went Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So it was 3 in a row. I would go at least 3 in a week, 3 in a row, at least 3 a week. And I probably went to like Friday Young People's. I went to like a Thursday sometimes. Wednesday was out. No, Wednesday switched over to like a card game that all my friends and I were playing. And then Saturdays were if you had a girlfriend and you were trying to impress her with your sobriety, so you would take her to this house meeting. And it was just a big ass house, and the meeting was at like 8 o'clock at night. And so you're all just like jammed together, sitting on these like lays, couches or whatever. Like, it was just the weirdest thing. 30 people all gathered up in this weird little house. Spacious. We all had our own little like cube of room that we could stand in or sit or kneel or whatever. And if you got a couch, you got a couch. You were lucky. If you got an arm of the couch, you were lucky. Like, we were all there to like learn how to be sober. What the? How in the hell? Wow. If you had that many people in a room trying to get drunk, you'd probably have just as much fun. Like, oh man, you're like right next to me. Oh, you're right next to me. I guess we're trying to get drunk. Try not to fall on to each other, you know? Like, get sober is weird. Meetings are weird. 30 people all jammed together in one room reading from a book. Learning about how to stay sober. How to be okay with each other. For 10 years. And those last 5.5 were wicked. I have more people concerned about me during my 5.5 years of sobriety than I had in the 5 years prior to that. I had like 2 interventions done to me while I was sober. It was hilarious. I had someone buy me, like, 2 of my friends, I remember I was in a Burger King of all fucking places. I was doing great. I had a job, I was reading books, I just had, like, crazy ideas that I was talking about. Of, like, objectivism. Ayn Rand, I was reading Ayn Rand at the time, and, like, Ayn Rand will make you sound insane. Because she's a terrible person. And so a lot of her ideas are about, like, trying to be okay with becoming a terrible person. And so I understand that, like, maybe they needed to talk to me about some things, about how not to be an asshole. But, like, I wasn't drinking. I was sober. You can't be a complete turd and be sober at the same time. I proved that. That's for sure. So I'm in Burger King, and my 2 friends are, like, they bought me a meal. Only meal they've ever bought me, by the way. And they sat me down, and one guy was like starting to talk to me about something, and I responded in my usual objective way at that time. And he's like, yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. And I look at him, I go, oh yeah, we're going to talk, okay. And I look at my friend, and he starts getting this like, here we go. And he's oiling himself, he's like stretching his neck, he's like getting ready to go in. Like, you know, he's gonna get tagged in by my other friend at the other end of the table. And I was like, oh, we're here for a fight. Okay, I'm gonna win. And I won that night. But it wasn't really that big. I called it out. I was like, "Are you guys here to like pull an intervention on me?" And they're like, "What? No, that's not what this is about. This is I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm sober, you jackasses." So being sober doesn't fix anything. Okay, that much I can tell you. That much I can absolutely. Just because you put the bottle down, now what? That's the question. That's the big question. You put it down, now what? A lot of people drink to such an extent that you're like, oh my god, do you know that that's a problem? Yeah, a lot of people know that their drinking's a problem. Alright, a lot of people know that. Jesus Christ said, dabbing. I dabbed real hard before we began the show. I'm not sober. Are you kidding me, Jesus Christ, in Australia? And it's not really swapping addictions, Derek Anderson. Like, that's the thing. It's like, I worked in detox. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. I have seen people at their lowest. I have seen people bewildered by themselves. How in the hell could you do that to? I don't know. And you can see in their face, they're like, yeah, I don't know. Here we are, though, huh? I'm like, oh my god, I gotta clean your pants up, Gilbert. You pissed all over yourself as a self-defense mechanism, Gilbert, in the police car where you're the safest ever. Now you're in detox and I gotta pull your piss pants off you while you're drunk still and get those in my laundry machine, which will never get clean. I have seen people at their lowest. I got paid to do that for like 7 years. I got hired within, sober for like 5.5 years. 10 years I was in AA. For the last 2 of those years, I started working at detox or 3/4 way housing, and then I started drinking. I got back into drinking for reasons, and whatever. We'll talk about it in a bit. But like, I'm trying to get through a timeline here. So for like the last 2 of my years of being sober, I saw people just fall apart on purpose. And it's just like, wow, this is what sober is, huh? For you too, huh? Wow. It's not kicking, it's not clicking, huh? I get it. And then I relapsed. I don't know, I decided to like try some other solutions. That's how I look at it. Some people really like to use the word relapse. Relapse is a treatment word. And we're not talking about treatment. Alright? Treatment's way different than being sober. Okay? So if you're going to use the word relapse, understand that you're talking about therapies. You're talking about absolute, like, specific ways of defining things. Like, there are medicinal and medical ways of, like, looking at particular things. Like, mental, psychological ways of looking at things that the word relapse is attached to. I didn't relapse. I sought other solutions. Other things that worked a little bit better than being sober at the time. That's all. If I never actually went through treatment. I've been to meetings in treatment centers. Led meetings. I was the leader of meetings. I took meetings to treatment centers. I never actually went through treatment. It's kind of a big deal. Oh, my ego was good. 5.5 years. Getting that 5-year chip, man, my ego. And it's all gross. It's all gross. I had 5.5 years. And then I started dating this person. And I went through a lot more unique issues than I had ever gone through in those 5.5 years. You know how dating someone will just mess you up. And so I was like, man, I got nothing. You know, they were like, they got nothing, I got nothing. Let's just do this together then. Let's just have nothing together. And so I walked away from all of that. And turns out that all you need is friends. Or all you need is love. All you need is... The biggest thing that I learned while being sober is that you're only as sick as your secrets. That thing in your head that's telling you you're a turd, that's as sick as you're gonna get. It's not, you're not as sick as like someone else calling you a turd. You're as sick as the little voice inside your head saying, you're kind of a turd. I had someone describe their alcoholism as a whisper saying, it's alright. It's okay. No, you'll be okay. You'll be alright. Meanwhile, I got a voice in my head saying, man, you're not going to be okay. You're not going to be alright. Later on, I found out this is called anxiety and depression. And a lot of people go through it. I'm not the only one. I have to remember that. Every day I have to remember I'm not the only one. I am not the only one going through this. It's not okay to go through it. It's not having anxiety and depression. I'm not saying, alright, now that you know how to hold on, yay! No, it sucks. It gets better. It can get worse. That much I know. I can dig further down. I've done it. Not going to Colorado in July. Like the whole month of July. Ask my friend Carrie. Oh my God. God bless her. Not a good month. Not a good month. That really kicked me in the balls. Waiting, going to the doctor and having to deal with all of that. Just the whole month of July was just a big month of man. Grab your cookies, everybody. Grab your cookies. Alright, make sure, let's take a break. 15-minute break. We got a speaker coming up here. Alright. We got the meetings going on. Welcome to today's Censored CCS. Are you even here? Am I even sober? Are we gonna have to Mushmouth? Mushmouth, are you here? I know Jesus Christ is here. You don't have any cookies, Sling Blade? Alright. CCS, there you are. There you are, CCS. Not even... Sling Blade, I haven't talked to you in a minute. How are you, Sling Blade? We'll dibble-dabble in a minute or two here. But first off, I want to show you this thing that I made over the weekend. I don't know if any of you have been following me on Instagram. What this is... I made this. This is, it's from a thing that someone sent to me sometime last year. Whether it was for Christmas or my birthday last year, I don't remember. But they sent this to me, and I made this. Look at this thing. This is a Marble City. Marble City Mayhem. I'm trying to find the box somewhere. Where's the box? I don't remember where the box is. It's somewhere. Marble City Mayhem. And it's got 10 marbles. I still have them. They're right here. There's 5 there. And then there's 5 more underneath there. Alright. Mush Lab, are you here? Mush? Mountain Mush? Sandman, are you here? Is Sandman here? Slingy? I don't remember who sent this to me. I don't remember. I want to say it was Slingblade. I don't think it was, though. I think it was someone else. I don't remember who sent this to me. Alright, someone sent it to me, and I was like, yeah, cool. And I opened the box, and I was like, yeah, this is a lot of fun. And then I started reading the instructions. I was like, there's absolutely no way I'm going to put that together. I don't know where the balls are supposed to start off. Jesus Christ. So I'm just going to, what I'd like to do, it's not going to work, alright? Some of this is a little looser than it needs to be. I got wacky hands. And so for me to even put this all together, I'm proud of myself. Now, it doesn't always necessarily work. It's supposed to be like an infinite loop. But we're going to put all 10 in. And I'll show you like how it all works. Alright? Okay? Slingblade, you're on the wheel. Alright? Just because you're the first person on the wheel. Just because I want to. Alright, Slingy? You're on the wheel for Friday's drawing, okay? Just keep that in mind. For whatever reason, I got you on the wheel, Slingblade. Alright, I got 2 more to go for the show. But I got you, Slingblade. So, that's ball number 1. Alright. Goes down there. So that's a possibility number. This whole contraption is just a contraption based on chaos. Because I have no idea. Sometimes the ball will go over here. And then it gets stuck there. Because there's like a hole. And it's going to get stuck there. Man. See? I told you it's going to get stuck. There's a hole right there. Alright, let's try it again. And then it gets stuck down there. I swear to God, I love this thing. Alright. Next one. Next one should. I dropped the ball. 1 second. Dropping balls here. Alright. Here we go. We haven't even turned the wheel yet. We're just putting the balls in the machine. That goes over there. And then that releases all those. That's supposed to go there. Come on. See? Shoddy, mate. Shoddy. Just shoddy. Construction. By me. By me. Not the machine. The machine does as well as it can. I just have to move the ball sometimes. Because, like I said, I did the best I could. I did the best I could with my hand. If you've seen my hands, you know what the hell. I'm surprised. Alright, here we go with. I don't know how anybody's really still paying attention. If you are still paying attention and you're waiting for the all 10 balls, holy crap. It hasn't even hit the the spindly thing yet. It will. I can try and get it to. Hold on. Nope, it doesn't want to. It wants to go down that way. Oh, man. Silly machines. Silly. And then that goes there. And that comes around. I'll fix it. I will. Eventually throughout the week, alright? But we've got plenty. We got 7 balls in, alright? So, let's get this going. I don't know if you can see that. It's supposed to be catching the balls here, right? And then it draws them up. And then there's like a little reservoir where the balls get dropped here. And then it's supposed to catch the big wheel here. Catches them. And then you'll see right there. Oh, yeah, it's working here. Alright, that goes up. Look at this. Hold on. And then it deposits the ball. Yeah, son. That worked. Alright, let's go with the next ball coming up. Let's see what it does. It goes over. Stopped right there. Okay. We got, let's see if another ball comes. The problem is the big wheel here doesn't always catch the balls that are in the reservoir over here. Alright, I don't know how to, I gotta stop saying alright. And so it usually takes like 10 revolutions of this stupid wheel before any of the steel balls are like, oh yeah, let's go in the wheel. So there's that part. The other part is there's that. I have no idea like how to. I want here. Let's just grab a ball, and I want to show. I want to show it going down the twisty thing, and here we go. Dear censored citizen scientist, in trying to figure out what to do, instead of dabbing, dibble dabbling, fat dabbing, I made you a marble mayhem thing. I made it for you. I made that to do that for people on T. I don't know if anybody's interested in that. I don't know if anybody liked that or enjoyed that. But I did that instead of dabbing. I don't know if that's any more interesting than dabbing. Alright? All the time that I could have spent dabbing, I just spent playing with this. And it's sort of working. So, it was neat. I'm gonna dab, alright? I'm just telling you that, like, in lieu of dabbing, no, we're gonna smoke. No, we're smoking. No, I'm being a turd. You hold on. What the hell do you think we're doing around here? We got cards to read. We got a book to get into. Good morning to everybody. For anybody that's like got a problem with being sober, and I told that story this morning, in jest a little bit, in jest. I really was sober for like 5.5 years, and I believe in sobriety. I believe in like the 12 steps. Like if you really put yourself to it, like the first step is admitting that you've got a problem. A lot of people, like, we all know we have a problem, but we don't know that we're like out of control about it. And I don't know that I necessarily had like that's not true. Everything that was about to come out of my mouth was just trash. And so all of that was a lie that I was about to say out of my mouth. It was a lot of justifications. And I got a problem. I have the isms, like addiction problems, isms, alcoholism. I can fall into some alcohol pretty quick. I've been known to. But for whatever reason, for this last year and a half or so, I just haven't. I think for a Mush Fest, like Tad brought some Coronas, some weenie Coronas, or not Corona, IPAs or whatever, and I had like 2 IPAs, and I got hammered. I also like was smoking on some stogies or whatever, and I thought I was 21 again. No, I'm 40. I'll be 43 in a few days. Oh my God, in a few days I'll be 43. What? That's craziness. That's crazy. What do you mean in a few days? Huh? Let's dab it out, everybody. Dibble dabble time. If you're having troubles being sober, like honestly, like go online and go find a meet. Like if you're wondering, like, does it work? It can if you want it to. A lot of things work if you want it to. Like you can stay sober for 5.5 years by going to like 3 meetings a week, which is like an hour and a half of your time, of just hanging out and like getting to know people. And that's really what it's all about. Is the big thing is like you got to get to know people, and you got to be willing to like let people get to know you. And the biggest thing is we're only as sick as our secrets. Like, man, if you can be a turd out loud, oh man, then that fart just dissipates. I don't know, man. I don't know. This shit comes right out of my mouth. This is what happens when I'm not dabbing CCS. I talk about becoming farts. Swear to God. I was gonna do a swear jar too today, but no way can I afford that. No effing way. I was like, what would the pricing be for a swear jar? Like 25 cents for an S word and a dollar an F bomb, or what? I don't know. $10 an F bomb? Really teach myself a lesson? Or maybe not lesson, but like save up. Because what do you spend the money in a swear jar on? Ice cream? Has anybody else ever had a swear jar? Like, I never grew up with a swear jar. I had friends. No, I don't think any of my friends ever had swear jars either. Go to a strip club. That's funny. Healthy Green, good morning. MVP, you were introduced to... Man, alright. What was my Alright. No cards today. Let's talk this out real quick. What was my problem getting me into AA? I like this, MVP. MVP's being real. Alright, here we go. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I was a dumpster, really. I was more like... I think growing up, disabled, for the first 10 years of my life, I didn't really know that I was different. I knew that, like, I did things differently, and I knew that, like, But all the kids around me were just like, hey, Brock can't do that, whatever, let's do it. You know, and it wasn't that big of a deal at all. Nobody really, like, messed with me at all for, like, 10 years. Like, first, second, third, fourth grade, up until about 6th grade, I never got made fun of, really. I got laughed at in the trailer park by some trailer park kids at one point, but, like, yippee. I was really good at making friends. Like, I was super personable. And then, like, 7th and 8th grade, I went to a country school. And going on in the high school, like, it wasn't until puberty kicked in that I realized, oh, I'm different. But even then, I didn't even think about that. Because I went into speech and debate in high school, and I did theater, and, like, I knew that I wasn't, like, the leading man. Like, I'm not Humphrey Bogart. But I'm Igor for Young Frankenstein. I'm at least that guy. You know, walk this way, yes, you know, and then you got Gene walking this way, sir. I was like, well, if Igor can get his own movie, I can get my own movie, you know. If a transvestite can get their own movie, then I can get my own Rocky Horror Picture Show. You know what I mean? Tim Curry was a hero to me. Man, I'm a sweet transvestite. I was like, you go, girl, guy, Tim Curry, from transsexual. I don't know if I can say that word. Transylvania. You know what I mean? I'm a 14-year-old kid screaming out, sweet transvestite, from transsexual, Transylvania. You know what I mean? I'm 14. Puberty kicking in, VH1, ruining my life. Rocky Horror Picture Show Marathon. My mom's in the background. Sweet transvestite. I'm like, yeah. Trump. You know, like, I didn't know that it was, like, risque. Or, you know, or any. I was like, yeah. I can be a transvestite too. Woo. I didn't know. From transsexual Transylvania. That, oh God, oh, yeah. I didn't know that I was 14, ruining my life. So then you get into college. And in college, I'm doing theater. And, like, I'm trying to get this all together, and everything's falling into place, right? And I'm getting nominated for these things, and I realize, but I'm realizing that, like, I am a disabled kid, and that I am stuck in the background of theater. I'm probably not going to be on the front, in the front. Oh my God! I'm probably not going to be center stage. There we go. Unless I write the part for myself. Like, there are very few moments where you're going to have the stage all to yourself. As an actor who may or may not be presented as I am. The coolest moment in my life, one of the cooler moments in my life, actually, were two moments. First is when I'm left alone in... oh my God, West Side Story, and I played Doc, and it's the scene where, like, Doc warns Tony not to go hang out, and he's, like, sweeping the floor of his shop, and, like, Tony leaves, and, like, Doc has one last line to say before he exits stage left, and I get to say that line to the just whatever I don't remember what the line is, but it said, I'm by myself. It's like, alright, and I gotta sweep, and I leave. And my mom pointed that out to me. She goes, you have the stage all to yourself, that one moment. I was like, oh my God, you're right, Mom. Boom. And then the second coolest moment is when I was doing a show called The Philadelphia Story, and I was the old man, and for my part, I had shaved my head completely bald in the middle, and this involves Pops, and I love Pops, and I don't know if he remembers this. He might remember this one, but I had shaved my head bald, because the scene called for me to have a toupee in my hand and the light shining on my bald head. And so what they were gonna do is they were gonna do a bald cap. And I'm at home one night and I'm like, F that, let's just shave my head. And they were like, oh my God, every night? Are you cool with that? And I was like, yeah, dude, let's do it. And so every night, man, we shaved my head. And I'm at home wearing a hat, and Dad has no idea. None. Not one clue. Eating dinner with this man every night. Hey, Dad, how you doing? Show's going great. Rehearsals are doing fine. Alright, Pops. Love ya. Doffing my hat at him. I think I might have even done like a quick little, let's see if he's paying attention, like, you know what I mean? I think I might have even like waved the hat in front of his face and be like, you see the bald head yet, old man? And like nothing, he had no clue. And so the third act, the lights come up, and I got a toupee in my hand. And this is like the second night that I've done this. Alright? He's there. No, he's there opening night. I've done like an opening, I've done like a cold walkthrough. Like nobody's ever had this reaction. It's great. Third act comes up, lights come on. I'm in the middle of the stage, and bald head gleaming in the daylight, in wherever the light is, and boom. Ha ha! I hear in the back, ha ha! That's my dad. And it's the most, ha! Like, what the is that real? Like, I could hear him just like, oh my, is that real? Kind of, no way. Ha! What the hell did he do to himself? Laughter. The best laugh I've ever heard in my entire life was my dad laugh. He's the only one that laughed, too. And that's why I love it even more. Because everyone else is like, oh, that's funny. Meanwhile, my dad's like, ha! The hell did he do? What? That's my kid. That's real. After the show, Dad comes up to me and he's like, he takes my hat. I was like, yeah, dude, my hair's been like this for like a week and a half. He's like, no effing way. No way. Well, yeah, dude, gotcha. It's like, You ever hear the term chasing the dragon? I know Mike has, MVP has. That's the dragon. That's the laugh I've been chasing my entire life. I'm not trying to get all sentimental and like all pops or whatever, like, but that's the kind of laugh that I've been chasing my entire life. That genuine, that's friggin' hilarious kind of laugh. You know? That's what I've been chasing. That's why I do what I do. I try and be funny. I try and like out of nowhere, like, you're like, what the hell? How many people does it take to... No. How many... Because I got jokes. I got jokes only I'm allowed to tell. Because I'm telling them. Like, how many retards does it take to change a light bulb? Just help them. And you can't say the R word. Right? But I can. Why can't I? Like, that's the kind of laugh... That's the other kind of humor, right? Where you're just like, I can't believe... Am I allowed to laugh? Yeah. Right? But all of this is working in my head. Because I got girls that aren't talking to me. I know that I'm not a part of. And I also have... I have this opportunity of like... I tried this substance called ecstasy. Ooh. And I don't know if I was ever addicted to anything at that point. But ecstasy I started doing. And I remember coming home after that weekend and realizing I now have to budget this into my life. There's no way I cannot have ecstasy. So that was the first big thing. I had smoked pot and got high with like smoking pot, but it wasn't like I gotta smoke pot. In fact, at that point, smoking pot was just like, man, I don't know. That's what wigged me out. I'm either playing video games or I'm not looking out the door or I'm not looking out the window for the next 6 hours. So pot wasn't that big of a thing for me. It was just kind of a thing you do with your friends, and then like you keep the shades drawn, for 6 hours. That's it. Pot wasn't that big of a deal. But man, you get me doing the alphabet. And I immediately budgeted that stuff into my life. I was like, there's no way I don't have any of this in my life anymore, ever again. And so I think that's called addiction. Alright? I think. I might be a little bit whatever, right? So, I fell into that. And within a few months, I'm doing meth. And I did my famous 20 hits of acid story within this time. I'm trying to do theater at the same time as well, and I got kicked out of a show. Oh my God! I'm doing this great role, this little bit role in a Christmas show, and I miss like a weekend of rehearsals, and I get kicked out. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. I got stood up in front of the cast, and my director said, "You need to apologize to everyone because I just kicked you out of the show." That was a fun time. That was a fun little speech I had to give in front of 20 people who all were looking at me like, "You're an asshole." Got kicked out of a show a week and a half before we were going on. We gotta let you go, buddy. Oh, okay. That's the kind of guy I was. Getting kicked out of shows. So, I know it's not water. Shh, quiet, Bill. So, Bill, you're on the wheel. Alright, so who's on the wheel? We got Sling Blade on the wheel, we got Bill on the wheel. Alright, we're gonna get a third person on the wheel. So, I dropped into drugs, I got into drugs, I even pulled like a geographic for like 6 months, doing drugs. I was living in California, and I went to go live with my mom for 6 months, and I found drugs out in Nebraska. Really, I got into like, what is it? Oh my God, what's this thing? It's the DX sound. The robo tripping. Like I'm 22, robo tripping like I'm 14, drinking bottles of Robitussin. Ugh, God. I'm eating just capsules of like energy pills for workout stuff, ephedrine, just everything. Not DMT, the DXM, the dextromorphine. I think is what it is. The Robitussin medicine. Just gross. Anything I can to not be sober. Whatever it takes to not be sober. And so I'm like, I think I'm even doing better. I think it's time to go back to California. 2 weeks into being back into California, and I am hiding in a friend's apartment, high on meth again. Like, oh, Christ. Here I am, on meth again. And I realized, like, I gotta talk to this. I gotta get sober. I don't even know what that means. I gotta get help. I gotta talk to someone who doesn't do any of this ever. I don't even know what this means. And so I'm wigging out. Call up this girl. she picks me up, or I drive over to her place and she drives, because I'm still not okay. I'm like high on whatever I'm doing that. Like I'm way jittery, like I'm wigging out. And trying to live with my dad and stepmom at the time. And I have his truck. And so I'm essentially stealing my dad's truck to go do drugs and then like try not to do drugs. Like I'm wigging out this whole weekend. And so we go to this meeting in Burbank, this midnight meeting in Burbank, the very first meeting ever. And I'm sitting at this table, and a bunch of people file in. I have no idea what's going on. I just know I got this girl sitting next to me, and I know who she is, but I don't know anybody else. And this guy sits across from me. He goes, "Hey, my name is whatever." He goes, "How are you?" I'm like, "I'm fine. What are you up to? What are you doing here?" He goes, "I used to play some minor league baseball, but I got a little drinking problem." I was like, "Yeah, I understand, I guess." And they're like, "Okay, everybody, for AA, let's do the Serenity Prayer." I'd never heard the Serenity Prayer before. I was like, "All right, that's neat. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the willingness to know the difference." I'm like, I don't even know what the difference is, but okay, I'm willing. Here we are. And so we sit down and like, all right, let's go around and introduce ourselves. And so everyone's like, I'm an alcoholic, I'm an alcoholic, I'm an alcoholic. It comes to me, and I'm not like a big drinker, I'm a binger. I don't realize that binging is alcoholism, but like, I'm a binger, so I'm not really thinking about, I'm not there because I'm drunk. I'm there because I'm like, I'm on meth. I'm trying not to do meth. And so like, I'm like an asshole. Like it comes around to me and I'm like, I'm Brock, and I'm a meth head. And I sit down, I'm like, what the? And everyone's just looking at me like, oh, God, what a jackass. Okay. And I don't say anything else for the rest of the meeting. Thank God. And from then on, for like the next 10 years, I think I go to a meeting like at least 3 times a week. For like 9 months, I go to a meeting every morning. Every morning, 6:30 in the morning, I wake up. And I had scheduled my computer to wake me up. And I woke up to an Avril Lavigne song. I don't remember exactly the one of the Avril Lavigne songs. Not Skater Boy. Some song. And I would wake up and I would go to the 6:30 in the morning meeting. And oh God, it was crazy. Getting to know about AA. Realizing I have an alcohol problem. Like there's AA, NA. There's CA, there's OA, there's BA, no, that's Bachelor's Anonymous, otherwise known as college. And I was trying to go to college at the time. So, thus began my trip into AA. And I could go even more into that, but like, I got sober. Being sober is important, like trying to like, I still worry every day, true. I'm like, am I beholden to a substance? Like, I worry about caffeine and sugar. Am I beholden to those as substances? Yeah, I am. I know I am. And so I gotta work around, like, make sure I don't have any destructive patterns about that. Like, let's make sure I drink some water. You know what I mean? Or at least Gatorade. Get those electrolytes pumping through the old system. Gatorade. Alright, get your Gatorade, everybody. Get your coffee. Get your sugars. Because that's the big thing. Why do they serve coffee and sugar, like cookies, at AA meetings? Sometimes they'll even have, like, bowls of candy. That candy will get scooped up, like, so super quick. There are a lot of, like, secretly homeless people that are like, oh, man, we go to AA meetings for the cookies because that's all we eat. I've done it because I've been kind of homeless before going to AA meetings. And, like, I can go to, like, 2 AA meetings today and eat. I've done that. That's a good life to live. It's a weird life, but I've done that before. It's a whole other world, these meetings. It really is. It's a whole other world. And you realize that, especially when I started working at Detox for like 7 years, working or working at a 3/4 way house for like 2.5 years, and then working at detox the rest of that time. And you see like how bad it can be, and like how bad I didn't get, which is a shit way of looking at life. All right, if you look at someone and you go, well, at least I'm not that bad, you're a turd. Never look at someone like that. No, that's a really bad way of looking at someone. That's an arrogant way of looking at it. All right? No, the way that I looked at it is, wow, I can get that bad, huh? Damn. What can I do to fix that? Is there any way I can get in the way of that? You know? People are always worried about someone getting in their way if you're doing well. Maybe I need someone to get in my way if I'm not doing well. You know? I've done that. I've gotten in the way of people. Hey, that's a bad idea. Let me get in the way here for a minute. You know, and so I had some people get in my way. Hey, maybe you should fix some of that. Maybe you should be a better person. Alright, yeah, okay. And so I had that happen like when I was sober. I still have that, now. I still deal with like wacky issues. It took me 5 years to deal with a hernia. And that's got nothing to do with drinking or whatever. It's because I'm nuts. Like, people are genuinely insane sometimes, and that's fine. And I'm not saying that cheekily, and I'm not saying it's okay to be crazy or anything like that. Don't send me any emails about, like, it's okay to be crazy. Alright? A lot of stuff. Don't take anything that I'm saying seriously either. Alright? Don't take this as a reason to drop out of AA. You're like, you're right, it's all a bunch of shit. No, it's not. AA works. Church works. Reading self-help books works. Talking to your friends works. So long as it's a pattern that you fall into, that you get into. It's all about what are you willing to be defined by. You know? And the current definition of yourself is typically the biggest one. There are some people that don't outlive their past. Jack the Ripper will probably never outlive his past. Even if it turns out that, like, they donated all the money that they stole from the ladies of the night that they tormented and tortured, and they donated all that money to an orphanage. There's no way that we'd be able to forgive Jack the Ripper. What I'm saying is, like, it doesn't matter there's not too many things that you need to hide from. We're only as sick as our secrets. You gotta find people that you're okay to, like, be okay around. And I got people I'm okay to be okay around. And by okay, I mean be you. I got people that I freak out on. I'm like, and they're like, hey, settle down. And they're like, because they, and I'm like, hey, settle down. And we freak out on each other. So that's a big thing that I learned about all of this. It's like, you don't have to hide. Alright, it's okay to be okay. There you go, CCS. There's my sober show. We're not even getting into the book. We'll get to the book next week. There you go, CCS. You're on the wheel, CCS. Alright, we got Sling Blade, we got Bill, and we got CCS. I hope everybody, I don't know. I'm not reading as many comments. I'm sorry. That's how I get when I'm telling my stories. I kind of get into my stories here. So sorry about that. If everybody's been trying to talk to me, let me read some comments here. All right, I'm not sober or anything. But like, if you need to be, There's some good people waiting to help you, alright? Like, go check it out, AA Online or whatever. Like, go, or, you know, if you, like, it's not, if you got problems, like, fix them. It's okay, I did. Alright, it didn't stick, necessarily. Alright, I drank again. I sought other solutions. But, like, AA can be a solution if you want it to be, so. Alright, a lot of things can be a solution if you want them to be. Like, oh, you're part of a cult. Yeah, maybe some people need to be a part of a cult. You know, maybe they need to, like, just be a part of something. So. Michael Brown, you're here? It is, Ego. It's nice to have a family. Paige, you're going through a mental health training thing? A big thing is just, a lot of people are just afraid to be alone. Hey, are you here? I'm here. Are you here? Are you? We're frantically posting on Instagram, waiting for likes. Alright, cool, I'm relevant somehow. We just don't want to be alone. That's what I think it's all about. I do this. I look forward to this. And because I want to, like, see who the new people are that show up. I want to see, like, I want to see Herbie show up every damn week. I'm kidding, Herbie. It's good to see you. Every week he shows up, though. What the hell? Someone's got to talk to that guy. I'm kidding, Herbie. I'm glad you're here. He's got nowhere else to be. What the hell else is he gonna... We gotta get him to do something else on a Monday morning. What are you talking about? Where... Hi, Herbie. I'm glad you're here, man. Love you, man. Love the heart emoji. I'm kidding. I joke. I tell jokes. I'm a little harsh. And I got that from, like, trench humor. You know, just like, this is what it takes to, like, survive. So, I think the big thing, that's why we're here, you know, we show up on Mondays. Like, alright, we're all here, you here, we here, we're here? Alright, cool, we're gonna go now, alright, but you're here, yeah? Alright, sweet. Alright, so we're gonna go, but like, but we're here, yeah? Okay, cool, kind of going through a thing over here, but we're here, yeah? Alright, cool, we're here. You know, this is all we're here for, every Monday. It's like, you know, like, yeah, we're here, alright. And that's the big thing. I'm not saying that you gotta have best friends and BFFs and you gotta call this a family to make it work or whatever. You know? But like, are you here? Where are you? I'm here. Is anybody else here? I think that's gonna be my new thing. Where are you? Are you here? Ooh, I like that. Ooh. I like it when I find myself all cute. Alright? When I do something when I'm like, oh, I like that. That's nice. I like that. Alright? So we'll start off. If I remember it, I don't know. Maybe I'll just be like, what the hell did I just... Because I'm not going to watch this over again. And nobody ever is like, you changed my life. I think I changed like one person's life. Maybe two. Maybe in like the 7 years that I worked in social services and in the detox and watching people break. Oh, man. Gilbert with his piss pants. I'll never forget that night. Those, the heaviest pants in the world, loaded with just Gilbert's shame. Right into my laundry machine. We should have gotten a new laundry machine like the next day. Bad news. Shame. I'm not shaming those pants for not falling apart. So, anyhow, let's get the hell out of here. Let's not think about what the hell piss pants means. So, my jar of grind changed your bubblegum. Bubblegum Dude, I was just telling myself the other day, like, I never see bubblegum on Mondays. What the? I'm glad you're here. Let's just do a goodbye dab. Let's do a big ass dab. Whatever, CCS. Whatever. Who needs to be sober? I'm tired of this noise. Let's just do it. Uh-huh. Oh, we're gonna do it. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Hold on. Animal cookies. Alright, we're just gonna... I don't need your permission. Oh, I know what the sound was. Ha ha. It's somewhere. Nope. Sorry, everybody. I dropped my dab stick somewhere. And I'm not sure where it went. So, we're gonna dibble dabble. Sorry about it, everybody. Sorry about it. This is why we don't do drugs, everybody. Don't do drugs. Alright? Don't do drugs. Don't ever do drugs. Alright? CCS is absolutely right about all of this. He's absolutely right. And don't ever... Why are you focusing on the drugs? I said don't do drugs. And now we're just going to focus. Focus right on it. Alright. That damn dab stick. I wish I had that dab stick. Gosh darn it. Now I realize what the hell I did. Ha ha. I'm an idiot. Here we go. I hope everybody's had a good show. I hope everybody's enjoyed me yelling about being sober. What about anonymity? It's really about you're not supposed to take credit for your own sobriety. Number one. Number two, you're just not supposed to take credit for your own sobriety. That's it. That's all the anonymity is all about. It's not about, oh, you gotta keep it secret. It's like, you're only as sick as your secrets, right? So you're going to need a place where it's okay to be a turd. Essentially, AA meetings are just toilet bowls. And it's alright to just kind of float around a little bit. You bump into each other, Mr. Hanky it up a little bit, you hidey-ho. Then you tally it off, and then, you know, you smoke a dab, and you get the hell out of there. You can get that, and you get on with the rest of your life. You know? One more. And so, the anonymity part is more like, it's not about who you are. It's about what you're doing. And I think that's a good, like, attitude about a whole bunch of life. I first learned about the death of my ego from AA. It's like, it's not about who you are, it's about what you're doing. Actions always speak louder than words. Always. And, you know, like, if you're gonna apologize, don't say you're sorry. Be sorry. You know, like act it out. Like, what can I do to fix things? What can I do? Oh man, I hate it. Oh god, I hate it. Well, what can I do to? Oh man, learning how to say that was the most humbling. I didn't know how to say that. What can I do to fix the? How can I? It was more. I was just used to. Oh, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, and then you run away. What can I do? Stay accountable. Accountability is a. Don't be alone. Humans are weird. That's the dichotomy of humanity is weird. We never want to be alone. But man, don't you dare hold us accountable. But we don't want to be held accountable to things. Weird. Anyhow, that was my 20s and 30s, and that was a whole show. Let's get everybody out of here. Alright? I love everybody. Let's scroll me out of here. We'll get back to cards and what. We've got Sling Blade, Bill D, and CCS on the wheel here. I love everybody. I love all the stories that have been going on. I wish I'd been reading more of the comments. But, you know, that's how I get when I'm telling my stories. Sling Blade, I got you, my friend. I got you. Holly M, you have a great day. Mark, you're going to have a hot one there in Texas. Derek Anderson, thank you for a good start of the week to you, too. Derek! Derek Anderson sent me a box of stuff. He sent me a box of stuff. And in this box of stuff was... I was going to show the box that the thing came in, but I don't know where it came. He sent me a vape pen. It's a Z-Bip vape pen. And in it is some concentrate that he made from stuff that Clean Grow grew, as well as some D8, some Delta 8, which is good. I like it. I'm going to tell you a little bit. It's good stuff. Thank you, Derek Anderson. Derek Anderson, he warned me. He's like, dude, you're going to get a box in like a day or two. I'm really sorry about that. There's also some lights in there. Derek, those lights, those star lights, I can whip them around as a weapon. Those things are sharp. I lost an eye. I don't know if you can tell, but I had to like pop the eye back in. When they like zoomed out and got me in the eye. It's like whip. So I lost the left eye for a little bit there, and so I had to go look for the eye. It was great. That was a lot of fun. Thank you for letting that happen, Derek. The star got right in there and ripped the eye out. It's great. Derek Anderson, everybody. Thank you very much for that. No, the eye everything looks great. So let's continue scrolling, everybody. Okay, let's continue scrolling. Sling Blade, you have a great day. Alright, I love you, Sling Blade. I'm glad you're here. Isn't he Kim? Holly M. Bye. Nurse Ratchet, you're here? You're here as we're all leaving. You're here as we're leaving. Healthy Green, MVP, Mike, Jesus. Was that Jesus? Hold on. Yeah, Jesus Christ, scrolling the Dead Sea. Exactly. Clean. Hello, the Nurse Child. Nurse Ratchet. Have a fabulous day to you, Laura Divine. Mary Michael, everyone have a blessed day, and love to you, Brock and Pops and T-Crew. Healthy Green, glad you're okay. I know you're talking to someone, but you're talking to me too, and I'm glad you're okay too, Healthy Green. I guess that was a really good vape. I don't know. SSW, take care and have fun. Mike Bear, bye-bye, y'all. Herbie One, off to do errands with the wife. Peace and love, everybody. Heart you, Brock. Heart you, Herbie. Nurse Ratchet, I overslept. It's okay. So did I, my friend. Sid Hunter, love to you, my friend. MVP, it's going to be a good day. Oh, it's already a better day because of you, MVP. Thank you so much. Niffer Mama, have an amazing day. Bubblegum, Sling Blade is one of my heroes. Coolest wood lover I know. I said that out loud. Thank you, Bubblegum. B. Hendricks, have a great and wonderful day. Wonder-filled day. Everyone, big up yourself. Rope, man, have a wonderful day. Mark Zimmerman, Ego Ecology, hope you're well, Nurse Ratchet. Alan, take care of yourself. Peace and love, y'all, everyone. To Daniel Cunningham, Slow Normals. Bill D, you don't have to go home, but you gotta go somewhere. Exactly, you ain't gotta stay here. Oh man, I'm burping. Clean Grow, Vegas Mandy, have a great day. Nurse Ratchet, I'm glad you're doing better, Nurse. Hopefully you'll be here earlier and I can make fun of you a little bit more. All right, next time. All right, but you're late, so now I gotta ignore you. Okay, Michael Brown, Tiff said goodbye. Goodbye, Tiff. MVP, let's go mow the yard. I don't want to mow the yard, although the yard is gonna get mowed. We have dandelions, and I'm amazed at how quickly dandelions grow. They grow. Especially with all the rain we've been getting. Blah, blah, blah. Married Michael, have a great day. Jesus Christ, don't forget the like button. We have a like button? We got plenty of likes. We got plenty of likes here. Ego for Ecology, you're good. You're good. Peace out. Stay hydrated. Don't you dare yell at me already. All right. Hip Kitty, hi. Man, hi, Hip Kitty. Have a great day, everyone. Catch Mike, see you, JC. Raining here. No mowing, Married Mike. And Ego, good show, B. Sling Blade. What do I always say? What do I always say, Sling Blade? If you're here, I know you're still here. What do I always say? Everybody, what do I always say? If you give a hug, you get a hug back. And you ain't got a lot to kick it too, MVP. I love you.